Hi everybody, Christina here from Creations with Christina, and welcome to July's vlog. I'm keeping this really short and sweet this time because I have something I really want to get started on, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. From June's vlog, I got my hair cut, so it's no longer, I don't have this crazy thing that was going on over here, and it's much better when it's shorter because I can kind of take care of it a little bit better, especially in the summer during the humidity and stuff. So we did go to the lake for the 4th of July weekend, and we had a great time, fireworks, you know, the whole family, spending time with the family. So we did that, and we just got home last night, so now it's all about doing laundry. But anyway, yeah, the lake was, let me just go back to the lake because that was a lot of fun. Weather-wise, the couple of days before we left for the lake, it was 90 degrees. Humidity was awful. It was like you didn't want to be outside. So and every night there was thunderstorms. 2 nights in a row, our power would go off and it would come right back on, thank goodness. And I did hear one of the stores, I was in a store and they had said they had lost power for an hour and a half. So we just kind of decided to wait until Friday morning, 4th of July day, and go right to the lake and then not go up Thursday night. And I'm glad we did because we were driving up and there was like branches down. The wind, I guess, was really bad. It actually shifted. We had this really long dock and it shifted the dock up onto the land, but they had fixed it before we got there, some of our Scott's cousins. And all of we had 2 camps on either end of the lake. One camp, the one closest to us, all of their like big water activity, whatever you want to call them, they had all shifted into the shore. So they were spending the day Thursday or Friday getting that all cleaned up and the branches everywhere. So we had to take this dirt road down to our cottage, and you know, there were branches, you know, there because we're in a really wooded area. So yeah, but you know, Friday turned out to be, we got there, the fog was, it was like eerie. It was like a bad movie kind of thing, a Stephen King kind of feeling. You know, the fog was just right over the lake, and, you know, but within an hour it would have cleared up, and it was really windy. It was a sweatshirt and pants kind of day, no shorts. So the kids didn't get to go swimming or anything, but yesterday they did. We got a little sun, hence the white little mark going across my nose because I have my glasses on, or my sunglasses, and now I have red face. But that's okay. I took my glasses off so that you guys didn't have the glare of my glasses, but you do get to see my little white stripe go across my nose. But anyway. Anyway, we are home now. We've got all the fun laundry stuff to do. So Scott and I were talking this morning just about some stuff that we want to do around the house, and we plan on doing a yard sale. And I said, well, we really need to get working in our attic because that's where all the yard sale stuff is stored. So I spent like 2 hours this morning. Scott went on a hike, and he does it every Sunday morning. That's like his little ritual that he goes for a hike, and then I spend the time doing whatever it is I want to do. And Ethan and I just kind of hang out. So I spent about 2 hours in our attic getting it all cleaned up. So it was a disaster because, you know, Scott's organizational skills is take it up the attic, leave it in the middle of the floor. Mine is everything needs to be contained. So I did that, and then I was telling Scott an idea of a video series that I wanted to do because back in June when I posted my vlog, a lot of you suggested I bring back the scrap of organizing videos, and I want to do that. And I thought, well, how can I do that? Because I felt like I covered everything I could cover in that series. So my idea is, and I've been thinking about this, and just to give you a background, I'm in a totally different room than I was before. Ethan took over my craft room, which was originally his room to begin with when we moved into this house. It is a little bit smaller than this one. This one is larger. But that room had a closet, and as Ethan's getting older, he needs a closet. It can only fit so many things in his dresser, and you know, we needed to give him a closet space. So back in December, when we were redoing our master bedroom, it stemmed into moving Ethan into the other room, and then me taking over this room as the craft room. So, which is funny because this room was originally meant to be our office area, and Scott and I were kind of sharing it. It was mainly at that time just Scott, and I didn't really have a craft area except for downstairs in my dining room, and I didn't really craft that much. This was probably 8 years ago or so, maybe 9. So anyway, Ethan's back in his room with the closet, which works for him, and it didn't work for me as my craft room. And he's all settled in there. And then we just kind of hurried up and moved my stuff in here. And I did purchase a couple of new things. I have when we came back from Disney World, we were in Philadelphia, and we were driving by IKEA. And I said, please let me go to IKEA, because we live 2 hours away from Philadelphia, and we flew out of Philadelphia, so I begged, please just let me, I'll drive, because Scott doesn't like really driving in that part of the area. Like, we have to get kind of onto the turnpike, get off the turnpike. It was crazy. So I drove, and which I don't mind driving. There's certain parts of the Philadelphia that I don't like driving, you know, the multiple lanes. That scares me. But I did it, and we got off the airplane at 5:30. By 6:30, I'd say we were in IKEA, and I was buying the couple of things that I've really been wanting for a long time for my craft room. So we have those. That stuff we did put together. We kind of quickly put it up because we only had a day or two before we were heading back to work after our vacation. So now talking to Scott this morning, we decided that we're kind of going to do a craft room series, and he's going to help me. He's my helper of moving furniture. He says, never ask me to help with designing and setting it up. I will move the furniture. That's it. So he has an idea for a video that he wants to do at the end of me moving the room, which I'm going to stem into a video series on organizing. So I'm going to do right from the beginning, where the first video will just be kind of what my room looks like now. And then I'm going to see what I could do about doing a video. I don't really want to film me pulling everything out of here. The plan is to empty it as much as we can. I can't totally empty it because I don't have a lot of space to put big furniture, but I'm going to try to empty it as much as I can. We pulled all of these bins that we found up in our attic down, and I'm going to use those to kind of help sort out things before we start putting it back in. So I am going to make this into a craft room organizing series, and do it from more of a craft room redo organizing series, because I really want to set up a sitting area in this room. I have a chair, an old wicker chair that used to be Scott's grandmother's, and it's down in our basement. And I would really like to bring that up here. I actually have a chair cushion that I bought at IKEA, not with that in mind. I was going to use it for my desk chair, and it's too thick. It's just not comfortable to sit on. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can incorporate that in here, and Scott's going to help me. So you're going to see him probably moving furniture maybe at some point, but I do know he has an idea of some kind of video that he wants to do at the end of this video, the series that I'm going to do. So we'll see what he comes up with. From what he's telling me, I think it's going to be funny. We shall see. But anyway, that's really all I have. I hope you guys are having a great summer, and I will catch you all back here in August for a new vlog. And yeah, so thanks everybody for stopping by. I hope you're enjoying these vlogs, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye!